So some of these guys have been in here for a while, huh? Wow. Look at how gorgeous this is. Tom, when's the last time you did this? Woohoo! Is this you guys back in the day? That is fantastic. So this is your goldfish pond and the best dog bowl ever.
Yes. They're just so nice. Yes. You can just pet them. They're so friendly.
Look at the dogs. Where the heck am I? I had to pop my ears getting up here.
Stockton Mountain.
Well, it is absolutely beautiful. Thanks for having me. This is fantastic. What a beautiful day we have. Oh, look at this property. How much acres do you have?
12 and a half.
12 and a half acres and 3 Dobermans.
Yes, 3 Dobermans.
All different colors too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I am so excited. Wow, look at how gorgeous this is. So your boys really do know what they're doing.
They do.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. This is Tabitha.
Hi Tabitha. And this is the homestead, 12 and a half acres. Wow, everything's blooming. It's so gorgeous.
Time.
I love my job. So how long, Tom, has this pond been in?
Year 2000.
Wow, okay, so it's 20 years old. I'm assuming that you've made it bigger over the years. It wasn't this big when you built it, was it?
No, that's how we started.
How old were you in the year 2000?
12.
Okay, that's how old I was when I built my first pond, but it wasn't this big.
During the springtime cleanings, I've actually rebuilt a lot of the rocks and actually taken out a lot of the rocks that we put in initially. Actually, from a tandem pondemonium, some situations, less is more.
Well, it's still pretty impressive for this is one of your first ponds then back in 2000, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, because you're living the lifestyle yourself.
And I think it's important as a contractor to live this lifestyle. You
Of
can
course.
serve your customers so much better when you know what it's like to manage a pond.
So some of these guys have been in here for a while, huh?
This is one of my favorites. Actually, I haven't named this one. A lot of them do have names, but they love the koi crunchy. Sometimes she gets so excited that it's hard for her to take it.
And the dogs are just standing around watching, huh?
You wanna get this one? But they're just so nice, and
Yes.
you can just pet them, and they're so friendly.
You got the frog serenading us.
Yes, and there are 2 turtles in here.
Oh, there are turtles?
Yes.
I like turtles.
There's a red-eared slider and a yellow-eared slider. One of my favorite trees is the bald cypress. It's actually in a pot, but it's a very unique feature because it does look like it's growing in the middle of the pond. The fish see me, so whenever they see me walking around the pond, they're saying, feed me, again, again. So they'll follow us all around as we take this walk. As we go around here, we'll see the water lilies are just starting. They haven't bloomed yet this season. We had a very cold spring, but when they bloom, they're gorgeous. What I try to do is keep water lilies on the different sides of the pond, on this side, and then you'll see some in the corner over there, so that I can keep the channel free for the fish to swim up and back. We like to add different elements of driftwood in our ponds to help things look natural. So you'll see a lot of different pieces of wood right here as we go around the edges. And we add spouters for just additional aeration for the fish. They love to go right underneath that water spray, as you see them swimming right there. We do have 2 turtles in the pond. They typically hang out over at that bald cypress, and it's a red-eared slider and a yellow-eared slider. And this is the area where I typically feed my fish because it's an easy access area. As you can see, they're still following us. They're saying she might be gonna feed us. We better get in line here. Like I said, they'll follow us all around the pond. My favorite flower are irises. As you can see, this is a water iris. And as we come over here, we're also going to see the beautiful purple iris. And here as we build the stream, again, you're going to see more driftwood in there. We have a little alligator decoy from Aquascape just hiding. Instead of having him floating in the water, he's just right along the bank. We do use the floating water hyacinth to help with water clarity. As we look up here to the waterfall and stream, we naturalize it as best as possible on the edges using creeping jenny and different moss that we plant. Again, another log. This is a grande biofall from Aquascape from many, many years ago, and we actually kind of converted it into a wetland type bog filter by adding aqua blocks on the bottom and several different layers of rocks and gravel, and it did increase our water clarity. What you'll see there floating in the center is actually a floater that contains activated carbon. If you look around here, we have a lot of oak trees, and what happens in the spring when all the pollen gets in the pond and the different debris from the oak trees, it really causes our water to have tannins, which it can stain the water that has like a tea-colored look to it. So the activated carbon from aquascape helps to get rid of that tea color. So we're going to cross over here. We're walking over the stream, and then we have a nice natural pathway with ground cover that goes around the area. Again, back over. And as you look over here, there's everybody living the aquascape lifestyle. Right out here, if you just look out at this view.
Wow, look at that. You got,
That's Hagerstown.
oh, okay. Hagerstown, Maryland.
Yeah, so that's what you're seeing out through that valley and everything.
They got a pool. This is like the family compound. I wish I was one of your dogs.
Me too.
And then, of course, the vintage playground. We want our grandchildren to be able to experience what we experienced in our childhood. Everybody says they're dangerous, but they're a whole lot of fun.
If it's dangerous, it's got my name written all over it. Tom, when's the last time you did this?
I don't think he's with
Woohoo! Woo!
Now, this is the area where our office is at. That's the office.
Okay.
And this was originally a display pond. In 2004,
Oh, wow.
we started retail when you had Nursery Pro product.
Yep.
Called Water Gardens and More, and this was the area where Water Gardens and More was at. So this was the original display pond. Obviously, we've upgraded and love the stacked slate urns. This is the place where when we have our family picnics, we come down here.
Now, you guys started off as landscapers, right?
Yes, in 1995, Tom actually started the company,
Mowing grass.
mowing
Yeah.
grass,
Mm-hmm.
selling firewood, and then in 98, I decided it was time for me to get involved. And that's when we installed our very first pond in Vermont, Maryland, and we started installing patios. We were still doing lawn mowing. We had a couple different crews. You know how it is sometimes. People call in on a hot day, and basically that's how Matt and I started working with Tom out in the field, and we started doing more ponds and kind of evolved into more of a design and build contractor. In 2005, Matt was in a really
Yeah, the car accident.
yeah. And he ended up in shock trauma, and we just kind of reevaluated after going through that. I mean, it was a miracle. He was given a 2% chance of coming out of the coma and living, and God came through.
Amen.
Miraculously restored his life.
Just messed up his face. Everything else is fine.
Well, that's why I have a beard.
You know, you try to take a step back and you reevaluate your life. Just concentrate on construction. We actually then did away with the retail part.
So this is year 25 for you, your business.
25
Congratulations. And 22 years with water features.
Yes.
So this is your goldfish pond and the best dog bowl ever.
Yes. This is our office.
So your commute is about 150 feet.
150, 200. When Tabitha and I work here, Tabitha's my assistant, we just leave the door open, we listen to everything that's going on. Where can you go that you're able to bring your baby to work and grandma gets to have a baby with her? Here's all of our...
Pondemonium, the biggest conference in the world for pond contractors. Is this you guys back in the day?
That would have been in the early 80s. Yes.
That is fantastic. Tom, you used to smile. What happened? I love the bridge. Anytime there's a bridge, people have to cross over it. And when you have that kind of a stream and waterfalls to cross over to a fire pit, this is living the aquascape lifestyle. It's not just the water feature, it's the environment that it creates. And you guys use this, right? Yeah. Love the moss on the log, love all of the plantings. The goal is not to know where the water ends and the land begins. The sedum here just softens up the stonework. So this is where the crew comes and starts off every morning, huh? Tom drives around the VW Bug, huh?
That's actually our daughter Mariah. That's her restoration project. Kind of a little bit into muscle cars. We actually have a Camaro in the garage that's being restored.
Oh, really? Can I see it? Oh, wow. Nice. Eat your heart out, Smokey and the Bandit.
This is a 1980s E28.
Beautiful. How long have you been working on it?
We've only had it for about 2 weeks, maybe 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we just got
Since
it.
we got it.
Wow.
This is how we got it, and we're going to put it back together. It's a
Fantastic.
project Jody and I is working on.
You like this too, huh?
Yes. I have a C5 Z06 50th anniversary.
Nice. That's a big project there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So when do you think it'll be?
We hope to get it done this season, but we'll
Okay,
see.
I'm coming back next year.